Hi you guys, I'm back today to talk about a brand that is probably one of the bougiest brands that I've actually tried. The brand that I'm speaking of is Eldridge. Now, I have tried her velvet lipsticks in the past. I did try her lip liner and her lip gloss. So those are the three things I've tried from her. She recently came out with a few different items. I did pick some of them up. Now, I'm going to be honest right from the get-go. I'm personally not a fan of one of these items. And it's not that I dislike it, it's not worth the price. I'm so sorry. But first off, let's go ahead and talk about, this is her Elevated Glow, and essentially like a liquid highlight in my opinion. So this is what the packaging looks like. I got the shade Crystal Nebula. This is what the actual bottle looks like. It is this is like glass. It's sturdy, it is luxury, it is everything that you would expect to pay. Now actually, this was kind of less expensive than I thought it was going to be. This was about $32, so that's actually not awful. I've only used it a couple of times, and I've got it on underneath what I'm doing right now. I do feel like I'm pretty shiny. I don't think it took away from my texture, but I don't think it necessarily looks bad. So this is really nice. I think that the shade is beautiful. You guys are going to see that when I actually put the video in of me putting it on. I tried it two different ways. I tried it under my foundation and I tried it over my foundation just to kind of see how it applied. I think that over the foundation, depending on how you apply it, you may actually end up pulling off your foundation. So I used a brush to do that, and I think if I had used my fingers, it probably would have been fine. That's just my opinion. And it might just depend what foundation you're using under it. I use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I can't, that's how I sound when I'm trying to say that. That's the foundation that I used with this. I do think it is beautiful. I do have like a lit within glow for sure. I do wonder if I would have done less highlight, if I would have liked it better. I don't know. That's just my thought. I do think it is really nice, and the price is actually not bad for it, especially for a luxury item. So I don't think that this is a bad value, personally. Then I'm going to move on to the item, and this may shock you guys. You may actually love this, and if you do, please, there's no offense meant here by me, in my opinion. It just didn't work as much as I thought it should for the price. To me. What I'm talking about is the Luxuriously Lucent lip color. That's a tongue twister for real. And I did get both the shades Kitten Mischief and Painterly. Now, the shades themselves are beautiful, but they are different than I expected them to be. Kitten Mischief came off more pink than I thought it would, and it looks like it'd be more of like a pink neutral, so I thought it would be, I just thought it was going to be different. Ours kind of had a lipstick that was like this a long time ago, and I think it was called Dolce Vita, and to me, the exact same texture across the board. It wipes off super easily. It's like a wash of color that's like, kind of like a chapstick in my opinion. Actually, you know what? It kind of reminds me also of, hang on, I got it up here. I'm dropping everything. I've got it up here as well. It kind of reminds me of the Pat McGrath, and this is the Lip Fetish Divinal Lip Shine. That's like the formulation it reminds me of. So it's more of a very shiny lipstick. And it's not that it's shiny per se, but it's like thinner than a lip gloss or most lip glosses that I've tried, but it's not like a lipstick, if that makes any sense. Like a tinted chapstick. There we go. That's what it reminds me of. Maybe slightly more tinted than even that. It is nice, but do I think for $31, well, it's about $31 USD, do I think it's worth it? I don't. Personally, I can just go to the drugstore and get a tinted chapstick if I wanted that kind of effect. I'm just not into that. I'd rather use a regular lipstick and a lip gloss over the top of it. That's just my preference. I think that this wipes off probably a little bit less easily than even the Luxuriously Lucent lip color. Whew, that is a mouthful, sorry. Now, I will say this, I think the shades are nice, but again, they are not quite what I was expecting them to be. As far as her True Velvet lip colors go, I think that is where you should invest your money, personally. I think that that is like the most beautiful formulation, probably that I've ever tried. It's my absolute favorite to wear underneath my Ronvier Villamil lip gloss. Like, I've got that on right now. And this is what it looks like. I'm gonna get kind of closer. It was beautiful even before I put the gloss on. In fact, there's probably a little less texture. It was like super smooth, really perfected. The lines in my lips were nearly gone completely. And for me, I like the lip gloss because I feel like it makes my lips look fuller, which I'm here for. But I think that if you're going to invest the $31 in a lipstick, that is the formulation that I would go with. That's my opinion. You may dislike it because it is a very matte feel, and not everybody enjoys that. And that's okay if you don't. You can also put a lip balm underneath it and kind of change it, and it's still 100 times better in my opinion than the other formulation that she's got going on here. I'm actually not going to keep them, and that's me being 100% honest with you guys. I'm going to send them back. I don't think they're worth the cost. I personally think they are nice, but they're not nice enough to justify how much I've spent on them. So I'm really sorry. That seems kind of harsh, but I just have to be honest with you guys. I love her velvet formulation. It is 100% the best one that's out there in my opinion. So it's not like I don't like her products. She's an extremely good makeup artist and I have a lot of respect for her as a person and a brand owner, but unfortunately this is just not it for me. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and swatch these for you guys and then you'll get to see me use this Elevated Glow highlight. At least that's what I'm calling it. I don't think she calls it a highlight, but I'm calling it a highlight. And I'll come back at the very end for my final thoughts, though you guys kind of know what they already are. I'm so sorry. Alright you guys, so I'm back. I'm going to give you my final thoughts. You pretty much already know what they are, and I feel bad that I'm even going to have to restate them actually. So, first thing we're going to talk about is the Elevated Glow. This is what it looks like. This is the box. This is the actual bottle. The bottle is very well made. It is sturdy. It is beautiful. I definitely think she did a great job with the packaging. It is $32 about for USD, and I definitely think it is beautiful. I think actually I was surprised that the price was this low for it. So I actually have no complaints. It did exactly what she said it was going to do. And I think it looked very luminous and healthy and beautiful. I would just say if you're going to put it over your foundation, just make sure maybe you use just your fingers and kind of tap it on. That's what I would do. Then we're going to move on to the Luxuriously Lucent Lip Color. This is what the box looks like for that. I did get two colors again. I got shades Kitten Mischief and Painterly. This is what Kitten Mischief looks like. It is like a beautiful kind of pinkish nude shade. I thought it was going to be kind of similar to this, but it's not. It's definitely more pink, and I'm just not a fan of this formulation. I think it's very similar to a tinted chapstick, and for me, for $30 or $31, I don't think that's worth it at all. I'm really sorry. I wish I had a different opinion. I will say the packaging is beautiful. I did like that she added a little embellishment, like her sigil right here to the lipstick, which I think is really cute. I like little touches like these. It definitely adds to the whole luxury experience, but for me, the product inside is just not worth it, even though the packaging is lovely. I'm going to pull out Painterly for you guys so you can see that as well. Kind of like a reddish, brownish nude, more or less, but I just don't think it's worth it. I'm so very sorry, especially if you like it. Continue to like it. That's okay. I'm sure there's lots of stuff I like that you guys may not, and I'm sure there's lots of stuff you guys like that I don't, and that's okay. The last thing that I picked up was the shade Velvet Affair. That was in the True Velvet Lip Color, which I love, and I think the formulation is beautiful. This shade is very interesting. It was different than I thought it was going to be. See, even now it doesn't look as red nude, but on the lips for me, it looked very red toned nude. And I think it's gorgeous. I just wasn't expecting it to be like that. And this again is that beautiful magnetic closure, very luxe kind of packaging. I think she's done a great job. Also, I've got to say, and I brought this up in my original video like a long time ago, I love there's kind of like, you can't see it because it's tiny. There's tiny little matte grids on this packaging, on the actual lipstick, and it is beautiful. So it's gorgeous. If you're going to spend your money, this is where I would put it personally. And the shipping was pretty darn good. It was here fairly quickly. I had no problems. Customer service was really great when I did reach out to them, because you're supposed to get a free pack, or you're supposed to get a free bag if you got like 3 items, I think, something like that. And I did, but it wasn't on my order. And where is it? It has disappeared, but I got the green one, and it is gorgeous, and I really enjoyed it. So I was really happy that they got right back with me, and personally, I do think that she's great. She's got a beautiful brand. I like her products. I just don't like the new lipstick, and that is my honest opinion, you guys, which I will always give you. So in any case, I really hope that this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure you leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
As always, vote for D!
Vote for D! Although he'll probably be happy with my decision on this one, just saying. Alright, bye, guys.